Hi there, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a couple of weeks now. I've been using the iPhone 13 Pro as my primary device. In this video, I'm neither going to guide you in favor or against buying the iPhone 13 Pro, nor am I going to give you a comparative review. This video is going to be about listing and explaining everything that's about the iPhone 13 Pro so that you understand what you get when you buy this phone. And then you can decide if it's a yay or a nay for you when it comes to investing in this phone. So let's get started. Let's begin with the design and build. And yes, Apple's new design language is square and boxy like iPhone 4, which they earlier moved away from, saying that rounded edges are ergonomically better. I personally like square design, so thanks to Apple for switching back to the square edges. Let's have a 360-degree view of the phone now. The phone is wrapped in this wonderful looking surgical grade stainless steel, which not only looks good, but adds to the sturdiness of the phone. In the front, you have this wonderful 6.1-inch display with smaller notch. According to Apple, the notch is 20% smaller compared to the earlier phones, thanks to the new smaller true depth camera unit and the new placement of the speaker grill. The speaker grill is now moved up to the top of the phone, right near the edges. One thing Apple did not mention though is that the notch in fact is taller than the earlier models. Personally, I don't care about the size reducing in width, as one, it was never an issue for me, and second, the newly gained horizontal screen estate doesn't add any new functionality like showing more information along the top. Maybe Apple is planning to add something in future, but for now, it's of no use to me. Anyways, let's move to the right of the phone. We have our usual power button. At the back of the phone, we have triple camera setup, which creates a big protruding bump, which in turn makes it close to impossible to put the phone flat on its back. We will talk more about the cameras when we get to that part of the video. Moving to the left of the phone, we have the mute switch along with the volume up and down buttons and the SIM tray. The placement of these buttons have changed this time, so I was worried if this will create phone balancing issues when I attach the phone to gimbals or other mounting devices, but it's not the case and everything works just fine. And by the way, one worth mentioning update to the iPhone 13 is that it now supports a dual eSIM, which means you may not even need a SIM tray. I definitely see the end of physical SIMs in near future. At the top of the phone there is nothing. The bottom of the phone contains the speaker and the microphone grills and the good old lightning port. Yes, Apple continues to shy away from USB-C for iPhone, which honestly isn't an issue for me as I rarely plug in a wired charger or connect the phone to my Mac. The phone has an IP68 rating, which means it's splash, water and dust resistance. You can keep the phone underwater for up to 6 meters and 30 minutes. One thing worth mentioning here, splash, water and dust resistance are not permanent conditions. Resistance might decrease as a result of normal wear and tear. You should not attempt to charge the wet phone, and liquid damages are not covered under warranty. So that pretty much wraps this section. Now let's talk about display technology. Yes, let's talk about the most awaited feature of the iPhone, 120Hz refresh rate. The iPhone 13 Pro now comes with a variable refresh rate Super Retina XDR display, which can go as high as 120Hz and as low as 10Hz based on the content and your actions. What this variable refresh rate does is that it gives you the most fluid display experience when you really need it, and at the same time saves power when higher refresh rates are not needed. With the ProMotion display, there are no settings to set a specific refresh rate. Refresh rates are tied to whatever's happening on the screen. If your game drops to 30 frames per second, ProMotion dips to 30 frames too. If you're watching a video that was filmed at 24 frames per second, it plays at 24 frames per second. All of this saves a lot of power. Apple also considered the way your finger speeds up and slows down as you scroll, swipe or pinch. The refresh rate now adjusts with the speed of your gestures. The display is also 25% brighter, which means it peaks up to 1200 nits, which means it would be even more easier to view the display in direct sunlight. The display still features the True Tone functionality, which means that The phone uses advanced sensors to adjust the color and intensity of your display to match the ambient light so that the image appears more natural. All in all, the iPhone 13 Pro is able to deliver most fluid, natural looking and pleasing experience when you look at the screen under any condition. So that's about the display. Now the storage options. The storage options for iPhone 13 Pro are 128GB, 256GB, 512GB and the 1TB. Initially I thought that 1TB was a bit of overkill, but soon I realized that the high quality videos and images that we can take from this phone ends up using a ton of space, and hence 1TB model makes perfect sense, especially for those of you who take a lot of photos and videos. One thing that's worth mentioning here is that the iPhone 13 Pro does not support ProRes 4K video recording on its 128GB model. Instead, you can only record ProRes videos at 1080p 30 frames per second on 128GB models. Anyhow, let's move to the A15 Bionic chip. The Apple Silicon is the powerhouse that enables the graphic-rich features and intense computation that goes in delivering the smooth iPhone experience and performance. Apple Silicon was anyways one step ahead of the competition. This new A15 Bionic chip takes the performance to the next level, especially when it comes to graphics. The A15 Bionic chip comes with 5-core GPU which delivers up to 50% faster graphics than other smartphone chips. What this means is that gaming experience and general animations and UI experience would be even better. The display engine of the A15 Bionic chip has also been overhauled to support the variable refresh rate of the ProMotion display. The super fast neural engine of the A15 Bionic chip is now capable of performing 15.8 trillion operations per second. This capability is what allows iPhone to achieve cinematic mode, smart HDR and many more things. This chip also has a secure enclave to protect personal information like your Face ID data, your contacts and many more things. To add to that, on-device processing capabilities of the A15 chip keeps things like Siri request, interaction with light text more private and secure. The A15 Bionic chip also has an advanced image signal processor, which they call ISP, that helps achieve next level noise reduction and better map tones in the images and videos you capture. All in all, you can expect buttery smooth UI, better quality images and amazing experience, all thanks to the amazing A15 Bionic chip. Now one question that may be in your mind, that to achieve such powerful performance, improved graphics, 120Hz refresh rate, the phone must be consuming a lot of power. Does this mean that your new iPhone have less battery life? Let's find out. The answer is no. It's actually the other way around. Apple claims that the new iPhone 13 Pro would in fact give you 1.5 hours of extra juice thanks to a few things, which are better hardware and software optimization, the variable refresh rate of the ProMotion displays so that you preserve the power when you need it. For example, if you are watching a video that's using 14 frames per second, the display will also only refresh at that rate. The menu items will use 10 frames per second when possible. If you are not scrolling fast, the screen refresh rate would be lower. All of this would help preserve energy. To add to that, there is a light bump in the battery capacity as well. The recent teardown of the iPhone 13 Pro suggests that the battery capacity has increased to 3095 mAh as compared to iPhone 12 Pro's 2815 mAh. And if you use MagSafe's charger, the wireless charging speed should also be faster, which adds a cherry to the cake. Now let's jump to the update you've all been waiting for, the biggest update in the iPhone over the last few years. Yes, I'm talking about the iPhone 13 Pro's all-new Pro camera system. For the new iPhone 13 Pro, Apple is using 3 new cameras which not only look big and bulkier in size, but also packs a lot of hardware improvements. There's one telephoto lens at the top, an ultra-wide lens in the middle right side of the camera bump, and a wide camera, you can also call it the main camera, at the bottom. The telephoto and the ultra-wide camera uses a 6-element lens system, whereas the main camera uses 7-element lens. The telephoto, ultra-wide and the main camera now have focal lengths of 77mm, 13mm and 26mm. and the aperture sizes are f2.8, 1.8 and 1.5 respectively. The telephoto lens has the normal optical stabilization, and the main camera is equipped with sensor shift optical stabilization. The main camera now captures 2.2 times more light, whereas the ultra-wide camera captures 92% more light, which seems like a huge improvement on papers. Not to forget, the LiDAR sensor at the back enables the night portrait capability. I will share some images and videos I captured so that you can also judge it yourself. What all this means is that the lenses are able to capture more light for better night shots through every camera. This also means that the photos and videos will be more detailed and sharper. The zooming capacities has also been increased to 3x thanks to the new telephoto lens. The new wide-angle camera now enables one of the missing features in iPhone, which is macro mode. With macro mode, the phone is now able to focus on a subject as close as 2 cm. I have tested this feature well and the results are super amazing. All of these hardware improvements backed by great processing power of the A15 Bionic chip and the brilliance of iOS 15 operating system translates into some amazing features like Dolby Vision HDR, ProRes capture for high fidelity and low compression, Smart HDR4, which uses the machine learning power of the neural engine to make adjustments for multiple people in the scene, Deep Fusion, which analyzes low light shots pixel by pixel for various exposures to deliver extraordinary details, Photographic Styles, and the cinematic mode. That was a mouthful. Now let's talk about the two new features, the Photographic Styles and the cinematic mode. Now, what's Photographic Styles? Photographic Styles actually mean that you can customize the camera to a preferred tone or warmth setting so that you can always capture the photos that way. These styles get locked and you can use them next time. Cinematic mode, on the other hand, means is that the phone can now capture videos with the DSLR-like shallow depth of field effect. You can change the focus during the video capture to give you cinema-like effect. The software also adds elegant focus transition between subjects. When a new subject enters the scene or the subject in the focus turns towards the subject in background, there is a focus shift that you can notice. And the good thing is that these features are also available on the front camera. Kudos, Apple. Oh, sorry, I forgot one more thing. There are around 4 presets present for the photographic modes. One is the standard, then there is a rich contrast, then vibrant, warm, and cool. Oh, that actually makes it 5. And if you prefer more brighter and more vivid photos, you can further adjust the tone and the style on any of these presets. And if you like more golden undertones, go ahead and adjust the warmth. And now, as promised, here are some of the photographs.
Save you in my memory.
With this, I think I covered every major upgrade the new iPhone has to offer, apart from some minor ones, which are more 5G bands, faster wireless charging, continued focus on privacy, continued focus on environment and reduction of carbon footprint, and the iOS 15 features. Please do let me know in the comments below if you want me to make another video on iOS 15 and the new features it has to offer. If you like this video and the information seems to be useful and you feel that you spent your time well, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll meet you again through my next video. Also, please make sure you have a look at my other videos on the channel. Thank you so much.